My dear friends and followers, especially those of you who are following me because of Slavic relationship advice, I want to share a thought with you today. If you are in a relationship with a woman that supports the war, that justifies the genocide, that denying the facts, that are happening in a neighbor country, think twice before you marry her. Women are not particularly passionate about politics as much as men can be. Of course, there are times when those things are highlighted, or there are events going on that inspire these discussions, and usually not very happy events. But generally, women, especially Slavic women, focus on completely different things and values. And so you don't have to be a history expert. You don't need to be have a degree in diplomacy as a woman to know that war is wrong, is a wrong answer. You don't resolve a conflict with a war. You don't finish a conflict with a war. And especially you don't make things better with a war. Sometimes people tell me how I need to think and what I need to do on this channel. And you have to understand that every outlet is the person's perspective. And I may know some facts and some history, but I'm still going to be talking from perspective of a woman and a mother and an auntie and a daughter. No matter if I would have 5 degrees instead of 1 or 2, or if things would change and tables would turn, and instead of my native country, the other country would be attacked. It doesn't matter. As women, we are always pro-peace, no matter what it is. Because in the end, people will have to agree on some changes anyway. The only difference will be the damage, the number of victims, casualties, damage, destruction, and so on and so forth. Women are creators. We create life. Only we know what it cost us sometimes to give that life, to create it. How much health we put under risk in the process. We know what it cost us physically, emotionally, and mentally to create a life. I knew some women that it took them a lifetime to have just one child, and many surgeries and many struggles. So no matter what our political beliefs are, no matter what we know, how educated we are, or whether we don't know first thing about conflicts and politics, we never support war as long as we are in touch with our reality. Today I was watching a little bit of Galina Smith's live show. She is a wonderful mentor for Slavic women who want to marry or get married abroad. She is most amazing, most loving woman, and she helps other women to be in a loving relationship and being able to be to do the right things for the men, considering mentality difference and so on and so forth. But today's topic was different. She couldn't help. She's from Russia, but her heart aches for Ukraine. And I just joined. I just watched a little bit of her child, and I was just blown away of how all the ignorance and cruelty and denial and gaslighting from many women in that chat, you know, trying to justify something, to prove something. And of course, the thing that after I had to switch it off, that threw me over the edge, is when a lot of these women were saying, oh, please, you know, there was many women from Ukraine in the chat as well, and they were saying that, oh, please, you know, stop reading propaganda, you know, Ukraine is doing fine, there is nothing going on there. And one woman, I made a comment, and she told me to like drink valerian root to calm down. And I did not curse or use foul language just because of my respect to the channel host, but also because I don't want to have that much of negativity in my life. But I was thinking to myself, what a bitch. I'll say it here. You know, how do you say that to another woman? You think that we really get information from the news and newspapers? A lot of us have relatives there, and of course we get some videos, some different footages and all of that, but that's not the point. We are connected on a deep level with our loved ones, with people who are currently in Ukraine, with our families. And that is so offensive and rude when somebody, when your heart is bleeding, your wounds are, you know, you feel like you're learning to live with a knife stuck in your heart, and somebody tells you, oh, here you go, you know, and here you go, and making things up. The woman that denies the pain of us, the woman, when it comes to especially to children, you know, our sons, our fathers, does not have a heart or common sense or logic. But most importantly, she's not a woman. She's not. She may be a female, but she's not a woman. A woman would never throw that into her worst enemy. She would never deny something like that. And I just want you to understand that. It's not time to make joke or tell somebody that they are uneducated or they don't know. We know. We have family there. We know. So, dear Russian women, if any of you are watching this, stop this. Calm down. Understand that tomorrow that could be your son or your father. We are not opening a political school or a school of political thought. We're all just trying to survive and preserve our loved ones. And if you have no empathy, if you think that your denial of someone's tragedy makes you superior, sooner or later you will pay for that so you can learn this lesson. But I do not wish you ever to learn from this. I don't ever wish no woman alive to experience that, when you know that you may lose your loved ones at any moment. When you wake up in the morning and you have to check with everybody to see if they are alive. This is not the time for petty joke and lessons and lectures and all of the above. It's a time of humanity and empathy. And at the same time, it's time that shows what we're made of. No woman, once again, regardless of her beliefs, should be supporting war anywhere. in the world, but especially with someone, you know, with a nation that you are genetically deeply connected with, that is your own brothers, sisters, and fathers, and we don't even know the depths of how we all you know, how much we often do not know couple generation back. Sometimes we come from country that we despise. We don't know, and that applies for the entire world. You know, some people you know, having all these issues where they have built up resentment, but then you realize that's your own people. Not to say that, of course, as women, we generally do not support war actions anywhere, because we are women. We create life, and for some women it's harder than for the others. But when we create life, we put our own life at risk. Everybody knows that back in time, huge high percentage of women were dying giving birth. It's a lot less now because time had changed and we had technology. But today, children are born under the sirens and bombs are falling. So if you are a woman, if you have a heart, just close your mouth when you hear another woman's pain. If you don't have anything kind to say, just shut up. You don't know if this disaster will knock on your door tomorrow. Don't make fun of people's tears. And you, my dear men, think twice if your woman find reasons to support this ruthless war. Thank you.